Welcome to Fire Breathing Kittens, an actual play tabletop role-playing game podcast. This is a special episode as we're interviewing our new member, Dash Xantrani. Hi, Dash. Can you tell our listeners a bit what you look like?
Yes, I have light bluish grey skin. I have bright silvery white hair, as well as stark black eyes. I love to dress in a variety of different colors, but mostly I love the color purple. I love silver. Silver adorns me everywhere. Silver jewelry, silver filigree, whatever it may be. It just clashes with some other skin tones, but mine, it just mixes so well. I love it.
Yeah, I just saw Guardians of the Galaxy 3, so I'm thinking of a certain sister. Yeah, you're a new addition to the Cran Box, Dash. What color would you be and why?
That's an interesting question. I find I might be probably along the lines of a variety of colors. If there was in existence a rainbow crayon, I would probably be that because, well, a little bit about me is I can change my face. So I can be whatever color you need me to be at the moment you need me to be it.
Ooh, pretty good justification for the rainbow crayon. All right. Dash. Question 2 out of 15. By the way, this is a 15-question interview. Dash, what are your strengths?
Well, I tend to think that my strengths come from my arcane education. My biggest strength would probably be my skill in blade dancing. Now, I know that sounds a little confusing and a little maybe interesting and mysterious. It's really not all that bad. It's a competitive sport where a few magi get together and test not only the skill in battle with a sword, but also with magic. So yeah, I'd say that's probably my biggest skill. And then also, of course, you've got my charm as well.
Of course. Can't forget that. Well, on the flip side of that coin, what are your weaknesses, Dash?
What are weaknesses? Just kidding. I'd have to say my biggest weakness is probably... Sorry, 1 second.
This is not edited in any way.
Oh, well,
Hey, wait, this is a great chance to educate our listeners. If you're listening to this and you're wondering, wow, how do they always sound so smart on Fire Breathing Kittens? We use the button Truncate Silence. It makes us geniuses. You can think about things for like 30 seconds, and we'll truncate it down to 0.7. So just make it a silent pause and a wait. And don't say anything in between. And it feels incredibly awkward, but that's being a good podcaster. Now the listener is trained too.
Well, Dash's my biggest weakness is that I cannot keep a secret to save my life. If you ask my best friend Eamon, he can attest to that. We've had a few scraps here and there, and all because my mouth tends to run a little bit faster than my brain.
That's understandable. I think I just broke the fourth wall a few seconds ago, so I'm guilty of that as well. Question 4. Where did you grow up, Dash?
I grew up in Gishop, raised by my mother, but she wasn't around very often, so mostly I was raised by the school of wizardry, Bluefirth School of Wizardry in Gishop. So had a lot of higher-ups, a lot of teachers that gave me a lot of good role models to keep looking up to.
Well, gosh, you're sounding pretty well-educated, smart, and with good role models. Why would you want to join us, the Fire-Breathing Kittens?
Well, for the past few years, I have been kind of in a slump. After graduating from Bluefirth School of Wizardry, the only job I've been able to get is as a chef, and I just feel like my capabilities are so much more. I've been working as a hibachi chef. I mean, blade dancing kind of incorporates a little bit of, spatula and knife work, so I figured it might be a good fit for me. But honestly, I hate the heat of the kitchen a little bit, and sometimes the smells are a little bit much for me as well. So I think my skills are better suited elsewhere, helping people in some kind of way.
Can you do the thing with the onion, where you cut it into slices and then you make a volcano?
I can do that and more.
Oh my gosh. All right. I'm sensing a group outing to your... you got to maintain that job just for a little bit longer.
I mean, it is a little bit fun.
Oh man, that sounds really fun. If you know the chef, oh my gosh. All right, question 6. Okay, every year in Nicomoy, there is a huge sporting tournament, kind of like a Super Bowl, if you will, that everyone watches. And the advertisements, they cost a lot of money because everyone's watching. So if you were given a 1-minute advertisement time spot during the annual Nicomoy fighting tournament, what would you fill it with, Dash?
Do you like art? Do you like war and battle? Do you like arcane skill? Well, then you need to see the magnificent talents of Dash Xantrani, Blade Dancer, and Skin Changer Elite. That would probably be it.
Oh, like a resume. Why apply to just one job when you can have the whole city see your resume at once?
It's easier that way.
Yeah, I get
Less
it.
paperwork.
Oh gosh, now I'm sad I can't do that in real life. Just tell all of the employers at once, hire me. Okay, question 7. Wow, we're already halfway. Well, what do you like doing in your spare time, Dash?
Well, I've already mentioned that I enjoy being a chef. But aside from that itself, I do enjoy a good competition. I had I guess you'd say, nemesis in school. Her name was Navis Alantier, an elvish lady, and she was always 1 or 2 or sometimes 5 steps ahead of me. And she wasn't unfriendly about it. In fact, she was kind of the reason I pushed myself so hard. She kept pushing me forward, and so I do enjoy a good competition, and I have to thank Navis for that as well.
Yeah, let's just hope she hasn't joined the Moody Booksellers and is one-upping us right now. Hey, future GMs, do that.
Oh.
Yeah. Question 8. Dash, what things in life are still a mystery to you?
That is a very deep subject. Mysteries are everywhere, and I feel currently that the biggest mystery to myself is that of romance. No idea what to expect when that situation may come up. Who knows? But romance and love is a strange thing that I have not experienced. My mother, my father was never around. And when my mother was around, it was just her and I, so I don't know, I don't have much to glean on that subject. It's an interesting mystery for me.
Well, there is a bookstore that we could take you to buy some romance novels, and if you happen to bump into a Moody Booksellers member there, well... Anyway, I'm already picturing your first adventure if I'm your first GM. So, question 9. Everybody's got one, but not everyone knows. What's your annoying habit, Dash?
Well, my friend Eamon would probably say that it's my inquisitive, almost to a fault nature, where I'm always questioning, I'm always searching for answers, and, my thoughtfulness. Eamon's not much for thought, he's much for action, so my thought and always thinking probably is one of my biggest annoyances in my traits.
Is that really your annoying habit? We'll find out in a future adventure. Do you speak any other languages, Dash?
I speak quite a few. Being from an arcane educational background, I had to learn quite a few for my studies. I know a little bit of Elvish, actually quite a bit of Elvish now that I think about it. And I know some Giant as well. My friend Eamon is half Giant, and he's been able to teach me some of his ancestral tongue.
Ah, well, you would get right along with Norwich Fleshripper. They called him that after no rage. He was an unusual giant who was not full of rage. They kind of kicked him out, but you can speak Giant with him if you'd like. I'm sure he would enjoy having someone to chat with.
Knowing what I know of Eamon and his family, yeah, I imagine that might be true as well.
Yeah, you'll fit right in. Question 11. Dash, you got the whole wide world. Where would you like to visit?
I would like to find someplace new, someplace no one else has seen before. I'd like to have my name attributed to that discovery. I think that would be the bee's knees, as it were.
Yeah, like Xantrani Valley, or that place Xantrani fell off a cliff. You know?
Well, maybe not the second one. I think we should probably stray away from that one. I'd like to keep my legs on the ground, if possible.
No Xantrani Mountain Peak for you?
Maybe Mountain Peak, only if Eamon's carrying me up the way.
Yeah, fair. All right, we're entering silly question territory. Question 12 out of 15. Dash, do you like pickles?
What kind of question is that? Of course I don't like pickles.
All right.
Is that a
More
wrong
for me.
answer? You look at me like
No.
I... Okay.
There's no wrong answer to that. There's just more or fewer pickles for the interviewer.
You know, that's fair. I suppose if you are one who enjoys pickles, me being around is probably a good thing.
Yeah,
Then.
you make an onion volcano, and then I eat all the pickles.
You could also have the onions, because I don't like onions either.
We can just give those to a third party.
Okay,
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah. A penguin walks through that door right now wearing a sombrero. What does it say, and why is it here?
It's probably come to announce that I have yet again lost another competition to Navis Alantier, and it would sadden me deeply, but I would just have to keep pushing myself to do better next time.
The penguin speaking Elvish snobbily at you as it announces the award ceremony winners. You didn't realize that you were in an award ceremony, hibachi girl, and you do your work putting your hibachi hat a little bit lower over your eyes as the penguin ushers in Alantier and she accepts the award.
Indeed.
I can imagine it now. Second to last question. Dash, what would you like remembered about you?
I would like my generosity to be remembered. I find that I am giving, and I'd like to keep that as at the forefront of my personality at all times. So whether or not I become more successful than Navis, I want my generosity to surpass my success in whatever field I decide to move into going forward.
That's a noble goal. And you're really achieving it by giving all your pickles away and your onions too. My goodness. Very last question. What is one message you would give to your fans?
Find yourself a hero, whether it's a great hero of old tales or somebody you know right down the street. Look up to them and try to be like them, strive to be like them in everything you do.
I cannot wait to do the season recap on how you turn out after hanging out with us bunch of goofballs. Like, we're going to burn down a building. I can already tell. We're doing it. All right. Thank you for joining.
I can't... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I can't say that I haven't already done that.
Oh, all right. Maybe he's got a wild streak. Thank you for joining us, Dash Xantrani.
Well, thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
And we'll see you in an upcoming adventure. Goodbye.